Hello and welcome to Toto TCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video on the channel. And in today's video we're going to be checking out our new Select series of figures. We are now moving on to Series 8 of these. We have 3 different ones that we have. Currently we only have 2. And we will be checking out each of them, giving them a separate unboxing. We already teased this in our festive video just a couple of days back. So what better way to kick off this week up to our newest release by going Pokemon crazy, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So starting things off, if I bring the box in, we are going to start off with Zeraora, which does look an absolute... It's a very intriguing Pokemon, because it's one of those that just sort of like turned up and it was like, oh, okay, we're adding this one, okay. And to be honest, it does look actually really cool. The overall design of it, it's like an electric kitty cat. But we've got plenty of things going on in here. Looks like loads of articulation as well. So it'd be great to get this out of the box and see how we can maybe pose this. We've got a few different poses here. Potentially a bit of a fighting pose. Or this one, I quite like that defensive pose there. That's pretty cool. Always nice to sort of see what the box has got it doing. So this one does seem very similar to this, kind of. Which is quite cool to see, that we can actually probably recreate that pose if we wanted to. Of course, by the way, they are the other figures in this wave. They reprinted Rayquaza. Although it looks like the exact same Rayquaza. There's nothing different about it. And then we've also got Cerulege and Golisopod as well. So a lot of the, if we take out this one, a lot of the newer generations of Pokemon getting some love in this set. But you know what? We'll take that. That's all cool. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's open this up. What is a figure opening unless we open the figure? So let's have a little look at this. Now before anyone does say anything, we will be having a size comparison with all of these in the last video, which will be the 3rd video showing off the, basically all 3 of them. When we have all 3 of them, we'll show off all 3 of them. Makes sense. So anyone looking for size comparisons of these, then wait for that one. Let's pull all this out. Oh, okay, slightly different here. Looks like we've got the cardboard on the top there, stopping us from getting into... Normally, we've got an open area here to just take out the plastic bits for the base and the stand and everything. But let's start to unravel the cardboard. There it is there. So it keeps it nice and protected in here. Same sort of base here. This sort of circular design. Almost Pokeball-esque because of the circle in the middle, but no like line going through it, apart from the line on the back. So it does kind of look like one. Kind of. We've got our stand here. Well, that was the stand. These are the little peggy bits that go together. So we've got 2 pieces for this one, so we'll just pop them together here. And that'll give us one little rotation there. If we can get them to go together, that would be great. Okay, that's a very, very tight ratchet. My goodness me. So we've got one here. And we've got one here as well, which is extremely tight. My goodness me. Okay, it does rotate just with a bit of force, and then we've also got the one that will go into the base as well, so we've got plenty of rotation. That one, very loose compared to that middle one, but there we go. A little bit of rotation, and that should ease it out a little bit more. Oh, it sounds like clicking your knuckles. It definitely is, and it's not. It's not that. Right, let's get this open. So we go to the back now. Let's poke a hole in this, and also this. Go. I think this might be the first time we've done one of these openings top down, so definitely going to have to see how this goes, because it is always quite different to try and do this. Let me grab actually a pair of mini scissors here. Let's see if we can just trim off these little bits here. Oh, that works. Magic. I thought these scissors were blunt, but there we go. Turns out I'm wrong. Okay. Is that just filled in there? Something's holding that in place. Oh, there's a bit of plastic. Of course there is. Of course there's a bit of plastic. Let's see if we can trim that off underneath, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Nice. The tail's got a little piece here. And that hand's got a little one. That should be everything. Come on then, kitty cat. You coming out? Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. So cool to see this in person. I'm trying to think, did I ever catch a Zeraora? I'm pretty sure, did it come out in Sword and Shield? Didn't it come out in Sword and Shield as like a raid or something like that? It didn't get like a, it didn't get a Dynamax or anything, but I think it had like a weekend where you could like, or a code or something like that. And I think I missed out on the code, so I don't think I ever got a Zeraora. Well, did it come out in Sun and Moon though? That's a point. Did it come out in Sun and Moon? I think it's part of the Sword and Shield Pokédex, but it came out in Sun and Moon. No, I don't. Somebody in the comments below, let us know. Even if you want to take it out, just take it off somewhere and just pop it in the comments for everyone to find out. I might even put it in the description. You never know. We have got some solid articulation here, by the way. My goodness me. So we have actually got a flexible tail here. This is a posable tail going on here. We've got all our little bits going on here, so we can rotate the tail. We've got his peg on his bum. We've got what seems to be, what should be a little bit of like leg articulation here, and there is a minute amount on that leg. I mean, you can just see me. That's all we're getting. So there is somewhat of a joint in there. We've got a little bit of outward articulation there, so we can go from being about there. Oh, add a push. Oh, add a push. Actually, you know what? You know what? You know what? Absolutely. Okay, there is some articulation going on there. I take everything back. So we've not got, oh, actually, tell a lie, we have got a little bit, very minute knee articulation, if you want to call it that. He's got like a, what people in the Transformers figures used to say is like a chicken leg sort of thing going on. So his legs will sort of go, not straight and then a knee, it goes knee backwards. So there's like a like a Z, almost like a Z. His feet have also got little articulation, so there's plenty of articulation going on the feet here as well to get him posed up. He's actually got, oh wow, he's actually got lower rib articulation and also upper as well. Just a small amount of upper it looks like, but look at that, he can actually, you can get him to sit down. His head is very articulated as well, my goodness me. That's looking very cool. So we can like full on get him like doing some crunches. He's in the gym. He's, you know, he's doing a sesh. But we've got a very cool. He has got a little bit of a scuff. You might be able to see that on my one at least. There's a brown mark on that blue crest, which is kind of annoying, but it might be easily. Oh, it is. Ah, oh, it's just a little bit of excess, and that has come off. There we go. Boom. Nice. Alright, that's resolved that. So that's that issue done. We have got arm articulation at the shoulder here. We've also got a rotation here, which is looking a little, it looks a little bit loose on my one. We've got double elbow articulation here, so we can really get some poses here. Look at this. He can beat his chest if he wants to, or cover his eyes when we don't pull anything on Friday. No, no doubt we will. Or give you a big hug. We've also got individual finger articulation here. Now, it looks as if it is individual finger articulation, and it very much is. It's just a little bit, you just got to be very, very wary that it is. Give them like a little bit of time just to loosen, just sort of a back and forth, and they will sort of just ever so slightly come out of the place they were when the paint and plastic and everything hasn't been moved for so long. They probably will not really be playing ball. It does give a little bit more of a, oh wow, those fingers are sharp as well. Wow. I thought that actually cut me then. Okay, so on each side's obviously same thing with the rotation and everything like that, so plenty of room for doing the I love how we can get it to potentially sit down. Not that he will, but that is so cool. So cool. Lovely figure. It really is nice to sort of see this one in action here. So we can get a very, very like bog standard sort of pose there. Just with him chilling. Love how his tail is poseable as well. That's always cool. It was something with Dragapult that I absolutely loved. But yeah, this is a great looking figure. Very humanoid. I think that's one thing to think about. It's very humanoid, but with those chicken legs, it is slightly a little bit different. But yeah, the head articulation is great as well. We've got a little bit of left to right here. We could not really doing 100. That is probably 180. Won't be able to do 360 without me actually giving it a push, but that might start rubbing the paint. So I will be avoiding that. But you can see you can look down quite easily as well. You can look down quite easily as well. So there is plenty of that to go there. But yeah, looking very, very cool. Let's get this base all sorted then and situated. Let's plug that bottom bit in. And let's see how this is going to go, because we know he's got a peg on his rear. Let's pop that in there. Now, I don't know whether I kind of want him to be floating. I've never seen Zeraora float. So this is the thing about the top down now. Oh, this is the thing about the top down, is that we kind of maybe have to think about what he's going to look like before going on the stand. So let's bring in that box again, because we've got some interesting poses here. So we've got a Zeraora, here, sort of. Let's bring this box in. There we go. Right, now we can see it. Okay, so we've got the Zeraora there, sort of with his back to us, and that claw is sort of poking backwards whilst he's sort of looking backwards, quite menacing. His face is quite neutral and smiley, so both of these don't have that smiley face, but that's an easily recreationable pose. I don't really want him flying, because I've never sort of seen, well, from what I can remember anyway, I've not really seen Zeraora flying unless he's jumping. So we could kind of have it so that, I don't know, you could kind of put it together so that his, how much rotation have I got in these shoulders? Is there a lot of rotation? Would we like to rotate? No, it's very sort of limited, but that's probably why this bit is here, so we've got that rotation then. Kind of have him maybe looking at his paws. Maybe you could do exactly what a cat does and he's having a nibble of his paws. Maybe we could do that, where he's having a clean of his paws because he's just been in a fight. This one is hand on hip. Hand on hip. We can't actually move the claws too much, but that's fine. That's fine. No, he just looks like he's being a bit sassy and laughing. Okay, we could do that. Can we do anything with these legs? Put him so he's like laughing. Can that claw come back like that? How was that? Was it kind of like that? It was back a little bit like that. I don't think the rotation's going to allow me. That shoulder, the shoulder pieces here are very sort of limiting on that rotation for the shoulder, unfortunately, which is again probably why they put that rotation in here, to give you as much rotation as possible on this. So we could have him sort of giggling. Oh, he's covering his face because of embarrassment. Because we can't pose him. We could have him sitting on the base. I've never had one sitting on the base crying. No, we don't want that. We want him showed off. We want him all showed off. How are we going to do that? Let's see. I definitely think sometimes having like a Pokemon sort of doing a bit of a stance whilst the head is like rotated is quite cool. So we could sort of do that maybe. Maybe shows off a bit of a claw. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Let's pop that on the base. And then let's get him situated and standing. So give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna just get this. Oh, that joint is, oh my goodness me. It's like one of those things where you just don't want to push it too much because it feels like it's gonna snap. But I don't think it will. So it looks as if this is going to have to go back quite a bit. Or we rotate the other peg the other way, and yeah, because right now he is hovering. I don't want him to hover. Okay, alright. Let's take that out then. So how do we do this then? So we want that peg to go probably backwards maybe? And then, are we going to have to do it like... that doesn't make any sense though, because if I... Oh my god, this joint! Oh god, sounds like... It honestly sounds like I'm clicking my knuckles. I'm really not. Oh, that bit's come off. It's fine if these come off. They're quite loose anyway, but it's just that middle one that is very, very sort of finicky. Can I get any more rotation out of that? I'm hoping I can. Maybe one more push. Okay, so that might be enough. Oh, he's quite close to the base now. Okay, so okay. So that joint there is not going to be holding a flight pose from there. It sort of lets go at that point. Ooh. Okay, he's still hovering now. Still hovering. How can I get him on? I still need to go down a little bit more. This is the great thing about it, is that, you know, you can pose your figure and then you've got to try and get him posed on the base. Let's see if we can get that rotated one more time. Maybe two. Oh, yeah, that might be it. Okay, so that is quite low now, so I'm expecting problems. Yeah. Come on. Okay, is that enough? It's close. It's close. It's very close to the base. Very, very close to the base. Like, so much so that it's not actually supporting him. That is so annoying. I might have to get him to do some flying then. Oh, we can make him look like Iron Man. Let's see, how much can we really push it? Let's put that absolutely straight up. And then let's put him all the way up like that. And then he's floating like a totem. Okay, that bottom base part needs some tightening. But I think that's the pose I'm going to be going for. I won't spend too long doing that. But that is definitely the pose we're going to be going for this one. I need to alter that base a little bit more. But I think this is a really good figure. I think there's plenty of articulation to be had on this. Some of these can be a little bit limited. The fact that we've got so much articulation going on all the way up, the sort of ball joint, or the joint in here, is kind of hindered by the sort of like mid-skirt section thingy. The shoulder area is kind of limited, but they've done what they can with the rest of the joints to allow it to articulate to its best proportion. The fact that the elbows go back on themselves with a double joint is great. You've got that finger articulation as well, so it doesn't have to be just this bog standard, there's an open paw close. You can kind of have them a little bit tilted. The head is articulated with great neck articulation as well, so we can give it a little bit of attitude with a bit of a crunch maybe. So yeah, overall, very, very happy with this one. I think it's a great, great addition to our squad. We just need to sort that base out. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you think you'll be picking this one up? I think it's a solid pick, to be fair. It's really, really cool. Is it one maybe for Christmas? Pop it on the Christmas list. Let us know in the comments below. As always, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We will have the next one coming up tomorrow, which will be Golisopod. I'm extremely excited for that one. It looks like a very hefty figure, so I'll have to see what's going on there. But yeah, we will crack on tomorrow with our next one and see what else the week has got in store for us. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one on the channel. I'll see you then.